আবার যারা খুব র্যাডিক্যাল হিন্দু তারা এসে বলছে কেন থাকবে, এটা ইমেল পাঠাচ্ছে, ভেরি স্ট্রং লেটার্স, why being Hindu you should keep Jesus on the same platform of Sri Ramakrishna. একদম সে কিছু করা যাবে না।
মহারাজ আপনাদের বেদান্ত সোসাইটি গুলোতে কি সব গানগুলো ইংরেজিতেই হয়?
না, কোনো জায়গায় now Providence majority they are Americans, so the songs they have translated into English, even Khandana Bhavabandana.
তাই দেখলাম মহারাজ কিছুই তো গান করতে পারছে না, ওরা তো সব ইংরেজিতে গাইছে।
তো গাইছে
ভীষণ সুন্দর গাইছে তো। না সুরগুলো কিরকম চেনা চেনা মনে হচ্ছে, কিন্তু বুঝতে পারছি না তো কোন গানটা। মানে খুব সুন্দর গাইছেন, এবং যে লিড দিচ্ছিল সে একটি আমেরিকান ছেলে, পিয়ানো বাজে।
কোন জায়গাটা?
ওই যে যেখানে আমরা নিউ ইয়র্কের বেদান্ত যেখানে তখন
নিউ ইয়র্ক আছে, প্রভিডেন্স আছে, এরা সমস্তই আমেরিকানস। So they have translated the songs and then they are singing them, and Khandana also. Now Providence এ ইন্ডিয়ানস অনেক আসছে বলে একদিন খণ্ডনা যেটা আমরা বাংলায় করি আর একদিন ইংলিশ, এই দুটো চলছে। সোমবার দিন, মঙ্গলবার দিন, বুধবার দিন, এরকম করে। এখন এই ইন্ডিয়ান পপুলেশনটা বেড়ে যাওয়ায় এই কতগুলো জিনিস আমাদের বেদান্ত সোসাইটি হ্যাভিং সাম প্রবলেম বিকজ অফ দ্যাট। Slowly হচ্ছে। Vedanta is the final answer. Yesterday she was asking me to speak on Thakurer Matribhav, the motherly attitude of Sri Ramakrishna. The moment we say the mother, immediately we think about a woman, a lady, a softness, gentleness, kindness. But mother, the one thing, if you noticed, and if you have read, many of you have read already, Ma Sharadamani Devi, she is commenting that someone was asking, how is it that Sri Ramakrishna left you over here and passed away before you? Usually, the Sita passed away before Ramachandra. Like this, like. So they were telling like this, why he has left you over here? Shakti is supposed to go early. Then mother told, জানো তো বাবা, ঠাকুরের জগতের সকলের উপর মাতৃভাব ছিল। It's a very, very, very interesting statement. ঠাকুরের জগতের সকলের উপর মাতৃভাব ছিল, সকলের উপর। Not that only on the ladies or the women, সকলের উপর মাতৃভাব ছিল। But secondly, এই মাতৃভাব প্রচার করবার জন্য ঠাকুর আমাকে রেখে গেছে। See the two statement, ঠাকুরের জগতে সকলের উপর মাতৃভাব ছিল। The Sri Ramakrishna was looking after everyone as a mother of, or we can say the motherly manifestation, মাতৃভাব। আবার বলছেন আমাকে জগতে মাতৃভাব প্রচার করতে রেখে গেছেন, and he has left me and asked me to stay back to spread the মাতৃভাব. What is that actually মাতৃভাব? এটাই হচ্ছে আসল প্রশ্ন। Swami Vivekananda, we have to constantly, if you have to understand really the meaning of the Sri Ramakrishna's word, you have to understand
to business parking, normal standard
parking. He's explaining, Vivekananda explains. Vivekananda said, each soul is potentially divine. Look at it. Though he is not mentioning anything about Sri Ramakrishna's words, here he is telling, each soul is potentially divine. And that is the Matribhava. Whenever we say the Ma, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, Tumra jake Brahma bolo, take ami Ma bolo. Whom you are calling as a Brahman, I call him as a mother. What is Brahman? That consciousness, that purity. So that is called Matribhava. This Matribhava, this purity, why Matribhava Thakur bollen keno? The Sri Ramakrishna came this time and he worshipped goddess Kali. Then the first disciple was Ma Sharadamani Devi. his guru was a lady again. So that way, apparently we see that he is giving importance to the ladies and respect to the ladies. It is only physical, but actually all good qualities that we see, jato manusher bhalo bhav ache, all best qualities are manifested in mother. Sejone bolche janani and janmabhumi sargadapi gariyashi is higher than the heaven, even the janani. You know, all sacrifice, purity, unselfishness, love, everything is manifested in one person, that is mother. If all these qualities are not present in a lady, she cannot be called as a mother. Maybe she is giving birth to the children. If these qualities are present in a male body, he can be called as a mother. Sri Ramakrishna ke onekei ma bole dakten, ma bole bhabten. Because of those qualities, and these qualities, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, I have all the treasure with me, I like to give it to you. Sri Ramakrishna key treasure, he used to get only 8 rupees salary from the key treasure owner. What treasure he wants to give? The Daiva Sampad. What is the Daiva Sampad? Abhayam Satya Samsuddhi, Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti, Danam Damascha Yajnascha, Swadhyaya Stapa Arjavam, Ahimsa Satya Akrodha, Tyaga Shanti Apaishuna, Daya Bhuteshu Aloluttam, Mardavam Ri Achapalam, Teja Shama Dhriti Shaucham, Adroho Natimanita, Bhavanti Sampadam Deivim. These are the 26 qualities. That is Matribhav. They বলছেন না ঠাকুরের মাতৃভাব. All these 26 qualities, divine qualities, which has been explained in the Bhagavad Gita, 16th chapter, in first 3 sloka. That is the qualities. If you have at least 6 qualities within you, you are a great person. Chhota jodi thake. And when you are having all the 26, you are God yourself. But this is the problem with us. We always think about God, we always go for worship and all these things, not knowing what is God, not knowing what we are going to achieve actually. And that is the main reason, যে রীতা বলছিলেন না যে ওই মেয়েটির মা, সে বলছে তোমার হাত দিয়ে আলো বেরোয়, whether the power is coming out through your palm. Our religion goes up to that. তুমি এটা করে দিতে পারো, ওটা করে দিতে পারো. Miraculous. The supernatural, superhuman capacity. The moment that is there, all people are attracted to that. But that is not religion. Ma Ammachi, Amritanandamayi, they call Ammachi, not Ji. And she gives the hugging. And people believe the moment she is hugging, all your sins are taken away. And সবাই ছুটছে ওটার জন্য. Swami Vivekananda, when after returning from the West, he went to the Ma Shardamani Devi, or many others also followed him. উনি গঙ্গা জল খেতে খেতে যাচ্ছেন. He was all the time drinking Ganga water, sprinkling. কিন্তু মাকে পায়ে হাত দিয়ে প্রণাম করলেন না. তখনকার দিনের সিস্টেম তো, যদিও স্বামী নরেন্দ্রনের মা অনেক আগে থেকে চেনে, when they are just young boys of 17, 18, বাট অনেকে সবাই এসছে বলে মার ঘোমটা দেওয়া, আর কথা বলছেন গোলাপ মা থ্রু অ্যানাদার লেডি, নট ডাইরেক্টলি। এরকম স্বামীজি গিয়ে মায়ের চরণ স্পর্শ করলেন না, একটু আগে হাত রেখে স্পর্শ করলেন। Then he turned to the people, he's all brother disciples, and he was telling, don't touch the feet of the mother, she is so compassionate. The moment you touch her feet, all your sins and sufferings she will draw in her and will suffer herself quietly. এই যে যখনই এটা টেনে নেয় এরকম যে ব্যাপারটা, সেটাই এবারে জয়রামবাটিতে একজন মহিলা এসে হাতের নখ দিয়ে আমার পায়ে এত জোরে ফুটিয়ে দিলেন, আমি জানি না সব ইচ্ছা করে করলো নাকি, কিন্তু ভীষণ ব্যথা লাগে। তো they feel that if we can do like that, we get all the trouble that she is having, it will come to me. It comes, it goes. That's why most of the monks, even the young swamis, they're suffering. You see? The বেশিরভাগ অল্প বয়সী, hardly 40, 45, so হয় diabetes, this and that, it's all suffering. You have to take that. There's no other. উপায় থাকে না, খাওয়া বা অন্য কিছু সেটা একটা জিনিস, কিন্তু এটাও একটা, you can't see, this is so subtle, but it goes, you have to solve. তো এই যে জিনিসটি, এই হচ্ছে মাতৃভাব। Now if we check, if we see, all the qualities are present in Thakur Swamiji. So when we are going to realize God, what we are actually going to get, these 26 qualities. Abhayam, there is no fear. So why there is no fear? Because I know I am not going to die. I am not going to lose. ভয় কোথা থেকে আসে যে আমি হয়তো হারিয়ে ফেলবো, I am having something now is going out of my control. তখনই তো ভয় আসে। মনে হচ্ছে আমার শরীরটা চলে গেলে তাহলে কি হবে, যখন ছিল না তখন কি হতো, when I was not born তখন কি হতো, কিছু হতো না, এটা যা হতো হতো, after death what I am going to do, তাই হবে। Ultimately this knowledge that we are actually not going to die, we are only going to change this physical feature, that's all. Now if you ask me to prove it, it is difficult. Kenana, this has been, and proving means it doesn't mean that I have to go to a laboratory and prove it like that. There are many other things which can be proved. Shabda pramana. Shabda means somebody has said. Not somebody, a particular person who has realized it and said like this. Now Newton, তিনি একটা formula দিলেন, তিনি একটা কিছু বললেন। Without checking, judging, we are accepting it. Whether everyone is going on judging it? No. The Shabda Praman. ডাক্তার বললেন এই ওষুধটা খাবেন, we খাচ্ছি, শব্দ প্রমাণ। বিকজ এখন পাশের বাড়ির লোকটা যখন ওই ওষুধের কথাই বললো, the neighbor also suggested the same medicine, we are not eating. Thank you for suggestion, কিন্তু নিচ্ছি কেন? He is not a doctor. But the moment the doctor is suggesting, because that person has the quality to say. Similarly, when the Sri Ramakrishna, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Shankara, when Ramanuja, when Jesus, when they say like that, we accept. Why? They have the capacity to say, quality to say, authority to say, so we accept. এই অথরিটির ব্যাপারটা সেই জন্য বলা হচ্ছে যে যখন শব্দ প্রমাণ হচ্ছে, when they say it is. গীতাতে একটা জায়গায় অর্জুন কৃষ্ণকে বলছেন যে about you so many great people have said so many things. Swayam chaiva bravishimi, and you have said about you too. It's a great statement. কৃষ্ণকে বলছেন তুমিও তোমার সম্পর্কে বলেছো, আমি বিশ্বাস করি। আমরা তো আমাদের সম্পর্কে বলেই চলেছি, বলতে ভালোই বাসি, বাট যত বলি nobody accepts. Swayam chaiva pravishi বললে, when we speak about ourselves, nobody accepts. কিন্তু when Krishna is telling about himself once or twice, because he never expressed that ego, never, anywhere. When Sri Ramakrishna, who never used Ami, only a few occasions, he used to say this body, this one, eta. That means, and when he says, Ami dekhlam juge juge avatar, এই শরীর থেকে। All the incarnations that you see in different ages, different yuga, all has come from this. Now who is he? He is the God himself. And who is that God? We don't have any idea. Only in the Bhagavad Gita and in our scriptures they are giving some of the ideas about God, and that's all best qualities. যখনই ভগবান বলি খুব ক্ষমা, খুব দয়া, খুব কৃপা, all শক্তি, তাই তো? কিন্তু যখনই আমরা ওটা বলতে যাই, we always go beyond the limitation. So we think God means maybe having 4 hands, 6 hands, 10 hands, so many heads. কেন করি? To break the limitation. If the God is just like us, we don't believe. What a সমস্যা. And the mental blockage is there. The God means like this. He will be floating in the air. He is not eating like us. দুবাইতে যখন ওর কাছে গেছিলাম যে নাচ শেখান, উনি কি নাম জানো? কেতকিদের কাছে, কেতকিদের বাড়িতে, তখন all girls little and one very little like him, all maybe 1 or 2 years older, 5 or 6 years maybe, and some other girls they came, they were the students. Then the Ketuki, she said, see the Swami, and they were all looking at me, why this person, and then they go and touch his feet, he is just like God. Then the small little girl, she looked at me and turned her face and asking the senior one, why God is here? So he is not supposed to learn the dancing, then what he is doing over here?
Oh.
Then the Ketuki said, no, we call God, so they come. Then she is again, not to Ketuki, that girl, her friend, she is telling, we have not called God, why he has come here? So like that, conception about God is very peculiar. We do not know the God. A little terrifying, little we are afraid of God. He will give us a punishment and this, that. That is the. So the conception of God developed in different ages as our intellect developed. So the conception of God also developed. When you were a small little kid, our idea about the surrounding is different. The mother will say, don't go there. There is a doggy, it will come. And I am afraid about the dog. Don't go over there, there may be a ghost. And they are telling for some purposes. The small little the child, it doesn't know what to do and what not to do. Maybe there will be some problem. That is the reason they say, don't do this, don't do that. And most of the time the mothers, they are working in the kitchen and coming out in the dining room, and the children will be always playing and sitting on the threshold of the door. Then they used to say, don't do it. If you are sitting over here, it will develop boil. So out of fear they used to. So like that only some of the conceptions we develop about God also. The people who don't understand properly, for them the conception of God is different. Ashwan. And their God means they will be giving the punishment, they will be doing this and that. The more you grow, intellectually, the ultimate God comes what? Yourself. The ultimate God is you actually. So the Vedanta. The Swami Vivekananda said Vedanta is the answer, Vedanta is the ultimate, Vedanta is the final. And what is Vedanta? Developing these 26 qualities within yourself. That's the Vedanta. Veda Anta, the end of all knowledge. What is that? To know that my search is over. Because I myself is God. And the moment I say I am God, it doesn't mean that I should have some supernatural power. I should have all these qualities. And do I really get some supernatural power? Of course. Because the moment you are having those qualities, you can control the nature, external and internal. And when you can control the nature, you can do anything and everything. Swamiji sometimes when Vivekananda is telling, I feel that all the minds of the people who are listening is just like a lump of clay. I can give any shape I like. So much power. There's some of the times the people, they'll be singing and mesmerizing. The singer coming, singing, particularly classical, the maestros, and the people are mesmerized. Thousands will be sitting and listening for the whole night. Some other people are singing, all are yawning and they'll get up and when they are very much excited, throw the, of course, if it is costly shoe, they won't throw, but otherwise they can spare a shoe. তো এত ডিফারেন্স কেন হয়ে যাচ্ছে দুজনের মধ্যে? দুজনেই তো গান করছে। একবার একটা পাড়ার ছেলে, ওর বাবা একটু পয়সাওয়ালা, his father was a rich man, so the father gave a lot of donation, so they organized a function. All great singers are coming. This boy also, he practices the singing. And he said to his father, why don't you tell these people, organizers, so allow me to sing in the beginning. So theek ache. All great singers have come. Now this boy, he started singing, thinking that they will listen and then they will appreciate, afterwards he become also a famous one. And when he completed, these singers are very much annoyed. But his father is an influential person, so they said, okay. And he's going on singing. Then after, when he stopped, then all they said, oh, sing again this particular song, sing again. তখন আবার করেছে। Third time also ওরা বলছে, এটা আবার করো, আবার করো। ও বলছে না, I know many other songs. He is thinking that they're appreciating his songs. I know many other songs. বলে এইটাই perfectly করো। আর যতক্ষণ না করছো উঠতে দেবো। ওখানে বসে বসে গান করতে থাকে। Now you have to sing it perfectly. আমাদের জীবনেও সেইটা। Why so much of confusion about religion? Because of this only. We do not know, I am telling, I am repeating, we do not know what is religion. এটা একটা সমস্যা। Without knowing when we are practicing and propagating, so the confusion is coming. The main confusion because of this. So, এখন আমরা যখন মন্দিরে যাচ্ছি, মসজিদে যাচ্ছি, গির্জায় যাচ্ছি, ওটা একটা external. Because we go over there for some external things are necessary. We go to school, we go to college, we go to university, we go to library. কেননা আমাদের শিক্ষার জন্য একটু দরকার। But really, আমরা তো বাড়িতে বসেও পড়তে পারি। All this, the knowledge that we have acquired, that also we can have of our own. কেন পারবো না? রবীন্দ্রনাথ তো বাড়িতে বসে বসে শিখে ফেললেন একা একা। Of course, the private teachers used to come. But anyway, he got the training without attending the schools. তো তেমনি ভাবে আমরা তো করতে পারি। No, for the mass it is necessary. Suppose I go and talk to you, just man to man, alone, এত কথা বলতে পারবো না। When I am meeting a group of people and discussing about religion, then I can come out with many other information, which it is impossible for only one single person to tell. Maybe one or two sentences and that's over. So এই যে গ্রুপটা খুব দরকার। The religion, এটা প্রথম যেটা আসে সেটা একটা philosophy. The religion the first is the philosophy. What is the philosophy actually? Philosophy here is, who is the creator? What is the creation? What is the relation between the creator and the creation? Only these three questions answered, and that is the philosophy. Of course, sometimes we use the word philosophy for some other purpose. This is my life philosophy. that whatever I earn, 50% I will give to the poor, that is my life, that is a different thing. But actually the darshan, the philosophy means the answer to these three questions. Who is the creator? What is the creation? What is the relation between the creator and the creation? Christianity, Islam, they have a philosophy. What is that? The God is the creator. See, without explaining what is God, they say the God is the creator. Then second they say God has created this universe. And what is the relation between the creator and the creation? What is the relation between the creator and the creation? Then they say we are the sinners and God is the only person to give us mercy. So this is the আমরা বেসিক্যালি গোলমাল করে ফেলি কোথায় এইটার উপরে আমরা ঠিক ফিলোসফিটা বুঝতে পারি না তো এই জন্য এটা হয়ে যায় we are the sinners and God is the merciful, we have to wait for his mercy. So এখন যদি উনি মার্সি করেন what we are going to achieve, suppose God is merciful and he is giving us pardon, what we are going to achieve, then they say Swarg, heaven. And what is there in the heaven? Again they are confused. And comfort, they say. That is the ultimate of the religion. So if I am a religious person following a Semitic religion particularly, then what are my ultimate goal? To reach to a place where I am comfortable. That's called heaven, isn't it? ওখানে থেমে গেল Hinduism is also having the conception of Swarga. Then Vishnu Loka, Shiva Loka, we are different. So, Swargের মধ্যে আবার একটা গোলমাল আছে আমাদের আমরা ওখানে গিয়েও যে এক হবো তা না আমাদের ইন্ডিয়ানদের ওটা কিছুতে হবে না কেন কি দ্যাট ইজ আওয়ার স্পেশালিটি সো ইউনিকনেস ইন ইন্ডিয়া ইজ দ্যাট ওখানেও কিন্তু ওরা বলছে না শিব লোকা বিষ্ণু লোকা Kali Loka, this and that. So, ওখানেও কিন্তু ওই according to that. If you go to Vishnu Loka, you will never get any non-veg food over there. So, you have to decide where you like to go. Vishnu Loka, you cannot expect a non-veg. For that, you have to go to Kali Loka, Durga Loka, and Shakti. Is it really? এই যে conception গুলো আস্তে আস্তে change হয়ে যাচ্ছে. Why people are becoming more and more subtle-minded. Their thinking capacity is more subtle than the previous people. Ejonne, the more we are thinking about progressing about the religion, now the whole of Europe and America, they are now appreciating Vedanta. Why? It gives the answer. What is the answer? You are the ultimate. Why I am the ultimate? Because the qualities which is the ultimate goal of human life is coming within me, manifesting within me. The 26 qualities that I was telling from the Gita. And the moment those qualities are developing within me, what happens? I become the controller of the whole universe. When I am not afraid of death, what remains? Joy of life. When I am not afraid of losing, when I am not afraid of death, when I am not afraid of end, what remains? Joy only. So the ultimate goal of religion is what? Joy. Ananda. And this is the Vedanta. So this equal to this. Just like the science. আমি যখন স্বর্গে গেলাম আর আমার মতো তো সব নাও হতে পারে তখন কি হবে তো স্বর্গে গেলেও কিন্তু আমি যে খুব খুশি হব না হতে এটা হচ্ছে when I reach over there in the heaven my পড়োশির সঙ্গে আমার পছন্দ হচ্ছে না তখন আবার এটা বলবেন কি করবেন so whenever there are two so naturally there will be conflict and whenever there is a conflict so obviously there is pain and pleasure. এইটা মানুষ এখন বুঝতে পারছে। Now these people are understanding this. So this is the Vedanta. ওই যে ঠাকুরের মাতৃভাব means spreading Vedanta. Why Swami Vivekananda spreaded Vedanta and not Sri Ramakrishna ideology? Many of his brother disciples, they were also asking questions. Why you have not talked anything about Sri Ramakrishna? Then Swamiji's answer was, do you need that person, Sri Ramakrishna only? They have so many other people, persons, personalities. আমি আরেকটা গিয়ের মধ্যে দিয়ে কি করব? They have Jesus, they have these, they have there, so many. If I say and again another one, there is another. No, the principles, the ideas, the ideologies. So that's why the Vedanta is the ultimate, and this is going to be the ultimate religion of the world. And world means what? The majority of the intellectual people actually forming the world. Because whatever they think, whatever they do, that is reflected on the other population, other masses. সুতরাং আমরা যখন মনে করছি যে জগৎ মানে সবাই, সবাই মানে কারা? হ্যান্ডফুল অফ পিপল অনলি। The thinkers, whatever they think, it happens. That first is the philosophy, that should be perfect. The moment the philosophy is wrong, everything is wrong. When the father is thinking that my daughter should not go to attend school or any education, the philosophy is wrong. Then the whole life is suffering, suffering and suffering. What a problem. The philosophy should be perfect. And if you compare the philosophies, Vedanta is the perfect. এজন্যে মানে আমরা যেহেতু আমরা বেদান্তিস্ট, সুতরাং আমরা বারবার বেদান্ত বলছি, নট লাইক দ্যাট। যদি আমরা লক্ষ্য করে দেখি the philosophy কি, who is the creator? Vedanta said what? God is the creator. And what is the conception of God? All pervading consciousness. And how he created out of his own. Yatha urnavi srijate grihnate cha, in the Upanishad say. Like the spider, from its own body, is creating the net. Again, when it wants, it taking it back within itself. Yatha urnavi srijate, creating, grihnate cha, withdrawing. Similarly, the God, the consciousness, creating this universe, again withdrawing it within itself. And if you go to the Semitic religion, if you ask, God has created, out of what? They can't answer. Out of the earth it has been created, then the air, then this and that. That means the earth was already there. The moment something exists, what a problem with that. The moment there is a existence of two, there is a clash. So if Bhagavanete, if the God has created out of his own, then what we are? What is the creation? Manifestation of God itself. The আমাদের যে ফিলোসফিটা, who is the creator, what is the creation, what is the relation between the creator and the creation? এ তো তিনটে প্রশ্ন। Now, who is the creator? The consciousness. Out of what he has created? From his own, from his thought. What he has created? Different manifestations of his own. এই জন্য উপনিষদে ultimately তারা বারবার যেটা বলছে, why I am liking myself is not for my body, for myself. My body was like that. I was a young little kid. Now it is growing. Then there are so many other things also growing. Knee pain, neck pain, this pain, that pain, it's all growing. But still I am going on loving my body. কি সুন্দর ছিলাম, একটা একদম সুন্দর। এখন আগে আমাকে ছোটবেলায় সবাই কোলে নিত, এখন কোলে কি খাটেও বসতে দেয় না, কাঠমাট ভেঙে যাবে, এত বেরো। কেন এরকম করছি, কেন চেঞ্জ? বাট স্টিল আই গো অন লাভিং মাই বডি। ইজ ইট ফর মাই বডি? না, কিন্তু I don't love my clothing because the moment it becomes old, is having some defects, এখানে ওখানে ছিঁড়ে গেল, I throw it. But my body having so many defects, আমার একটু বার্ন হয়ে গেল, কোথাও কেটে গেল, কোথাও অপারেশন হলো, কোথাও কিছু হলো, this is becoming all defective, so many, but still I am going on loving. This for my body. I am loving my body, is it for only for my body? Then when I am not loving my old houses, old car, torn out clothing, why I am not loving that? The same too. কেন না আমি শরীরটার জন্য ভালোবাসি না, আত্মার জন্য ভালোবাসি। I love my body not for my body's sake, because of the Atman within, about which I am not aware. এইটা গোলমাল। That is the problem. We are not aware of why we are loving. We are loving each other, not for the body, but for the Atman. We are loving my children for the Atman. So that is what the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad and other Upanishads in different, they'll be telling in wonderful way. You don't love that old man as your father because he's an old man, because the Atman is there. Again and again and again, and same word they'll be repeating. You love your mother because of this, you love your wife because of this, you love yourself because of this. Again and again they are repeating at least 12, 13 times. One was sufficient. Why they are repeating? To make it permanent impression inside our mind. এই জন্য শাস্ত্রকে মা বলা হয়। Bhagavad Gita we called as Amba. Amba means mother. Why? They're going on telling us, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, do that. বার বলে চলেছে। And majority of the young people complain is, mother is going on repeating the same thing. একবার বললে তো হয়ে গেল, তো শুনলাম তো। কেউ বলবে এই কথাটা আমি এর আগে 100 বার শুনেছি, তো শুনলে কি হবে, করছো না তো, ওই জন্য তো বলতে হচ্ছে। The same way the Bhagavad Gita also and the Upanishads also, all our scriptures also. So ultimately, friends, human beings' life is nothing but some equations, some philosophies. If the philosophy is wrong, the life is suffering. And that I am not only suffering, I am creating the suffering for the whole universe, for the whole world. See, the group of people that developed a philosophy over here, and the philosophy was wrong. And moreover, that was misinterpreted. And now the whole world is suffering, isn't it? So I am having something wrong conception. So what is that to you? It is not like this. Oh, ঠান্ডা লাগছে? আরে কম করো। ওকে একটা কম দুধ দিয়ে দাও। ওদিক থেকে শুরু করো। ওই হাওয়াটা আসছে। তো এইটা হচ্ছে ভেরি ভেরি সিম্পল। এখন ঠাকুর বললেন তোদের বেশি কিছু করতে হবে না, আমি কে, তোরা কারা, তোদের সঙ্গে আমার সম্পর্কটা কি, ব্যাস। philosophy. Who is Sri Ramakrishna? If we say that he was born in Kamarpukur, his father was this and that, is that the complete? No. Sri Ramakrishna is God himself. He is asking to different people, what do you think about me? What do you think of me? He will be asking. Keshav Chandra Sen, he is asking so many other people. Why? To gauge whether he is understanding the God or not. God in a human form, that is also very ordinary. Suppose you are very, very good looking, then you are having lot of other qualities, you are having the university's certificates, then naturally people will appreciate you. এখন Hawkins যদি আসে, maybe he is sitting on a chair, wheelchair, because of his qualities people will be immediately running to him and appreciating him. যদি রামচন্দ্র আসেন, excellent দেখতে, কৃষ্ণ যদি আসে, you cannot turn your face so attractive. ও এমনি মূর্তি দেখলে আমাদের এরকম মনে হচ্ছে ordinary, original Krishna was so attractive. Ramakrishna, kichu nahi, no. The physical beauty, no. Intellectual, no. Wealth and property, no. Then why should I be attracted to him? What is there in that person that we are going? But Keshav is telling, I cannot live without you. So much attraction. I always feel like. Then he is telling, when I go near Sri Ramakrishna, I feel like, and try to say something about religion, I feel like I have come to a ছুঁচ বিক্রি করতে এসেছি হ্যাঁ I have come to sell a needle to a iron smith. ওরাই তো ওগুলো বানায় আমি তার কাছে ছুঁচ বিক্রি করতে It is so insignificant to talk about religion before Sri Ramakrishna. যখন স্বামী বিবেকানন্দের কথা শুনলেন যে প্রফেসর তিনি বললেন to ask you for the credential to speak about religion is just like asking the sun whether it is having the credential to shine. It is natural. So Sri Ramakrishna came, God himself. এখনো লোকেরা বিশ্বাস করে না কেন একজন ভদ্রলোক বলছেন যে তোমরা শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ দেবের কাছে যাচ্ছ ওকে ভগবান মনে করছো কি বোকা তোমরা ও কখনো গোবর্ধন পাহাড় তুলতে পেরেছে For him, the God means he should lift the Govardhan Pahad, Govardhan hill. The Krishna lifted the Govardhan and showed so many miracles. Then only we can consider as God. আর একজন ওই যে সেই কালকে যে মেয়েদের সঙ্গে দেখা হলো ওকে she was also telling আমি জানি না ও গার্ড ছিল ও বলছে কৃষ্ণ আমি চিনি কেননা that way people can understand the moment you are talking about their life. In the Sri Ramakrishna's life, what is there? Kichhuti to karenni na. Even the lady who came to Sri Ramakrishna for help, kina or husband ekটু বাড়িতে আসছে না মদ খাচ্ছে করছে so she wanted a miraculous some power so that her husband is cured. ওটাও দিলেন না ঠাকুর বলেন না মা কাছে তো একেবারে কোনো কিছু করলেন না তখন আমরা কি করে ওকে ভগবান মনে করব Kintu Sri Ramakrishna is telling those who are sincerely calling about God, those who are sincerely trying to realize God will come to me. Those who are actually having some other idea, why should I go to God? To get some protection, supernatural protection, they are not for Sri Ramakrishna. এখন এই যে জিনিসটি the philosophy-টা এই And after the philosophy comes mythology. And the mythology through the stories, then they'll be explaining এই যে high philosophy গুলো সেগুলো কিভাবে হয় তখন explain করে. In our case, the Sri Ramakrishna tradition, what are the mythologies? Girish Chandra Ghosh. It's the mythology. Just like mythology. Change, 100% change. What was he? And what he became. Nag Mahashaya, again the explanation. And there are so many lives they lived with God. Chaitanananda ji liखेছেন. And if you read the direct disciples' life, if you read the lives of the devotees, one lady was there, she was married in an early age, and at the age of 6, I think she became widow. From 6 to 60, she was going on practicing religion. And only prayer was to have Krishna as her son. এটা হচ্ছে আমি ছেলেকে বাচ্চাকে মানুষ করব ওকে খাওয়াবো ইত্যাদি মায়ের একটা the mother affection I like to but my son should be only Krishna but I like to treat Krishna as my own child as my own son. এখন এইটা যখন হলো এই পুরোটাতে she came to Sri Ramakrishna. And then, next day in her life, all the 60 years of our austerity, of our prayer was answered, fulfilled. Mythology, if we can say that. That means the explanation. Whatever you want, the God can give it to you. Ekdom pabeni paben. At the same time, when Vivekananda came, he wanted only a job to support his mother and brothers. He was not meant for the householder's life, but even then he was thinking to have a job, to earn some money, to support his mother. And Sri Ramakrishna told, no, that is not your life. Inside. Outside he said, go and pray to Mother Kali. He went, and what he prayed? He couldn't pray for a job. Rather he prayed, give me this. He became Vivekananda. So he is making the householders and also the sannyasis. He is all powerful. যখন আমরা দেখি ওই হচ্ছে মাতৃভাব, and then slowly philosophy, then mythology, come the rituals. So this is the ritual. We are offering food to God. Is he really hungry? Everything that we see is his. But we feel, no, we have to offer food, otherwise how God will stay with us, he will remain hungry. Some of the people will be thinking, we cannot go anywhere. ঠাকুরকে একটু জল না দিয়ে খেতে না দিয়ে কি করে বাইরে যাব? As if he is hungry. And when they are cooking in the best way, when they are offering in the best fashion, এরকম ভাবে তারা সব করছেন। তো কেন করছেন? They know that God is all, everything, all powerful. It don't. কিন্তু আমার ভালোবাসাটা আমি ভগবানকে দিচ্ছি। I'm just offering my love to God, my concern for God. একটা ছোট মেয়ে, এবারে কর্ণাটকে গেছিলাম, তখন ওই মন্ট্রিয়ালে একটা ফ্যামিলির সঙ্গে যাচ্ছি, ওরা তখন বলছিল ভদ্রমহিলা যে ওর মেয়ের মেয়ে, নাতনি, তো পেছনের সিটে মেয়েটা বসে আছে, ওই 4-5 বছরের মেয়ে, মা ড্রাইভ করছে, তখন ও বলছে, মা, ওর মা গেছিল কোথায় একটা ভগবানটা ওখানে আলোচনা হয়েছে যে মাদার, ইউ পিপল আর টকিং অ্যাবাউট গড, হোয়াট ইজ গড, ওয়ার ডাজ হি লিভ? তখন মা বললেন, গড ইজ লিভিং এভরিওয়্যার, রাইট নাও মেবি হি ইজ সিটিং বাই ইউর সাইড। Is it? You didn't inform me earlier. বলে ইমিডিয়েটলি ও সিট বেল্টটা খুলে নেমে পড়ে কি একটা করছে, ওই পাশের সিট বেল্টে লাগাচ্ছে। ওর মা বলছে, I am driving, what you are doing? You sit over there. And then ও বলছে, you don't understand. God doesn't know how to use the seat belt. I am telling God. The moment the mother said, the God may be sitting by your side, she took it for granted that God is sitting, and old seat belt বাঁধা নেই, God যদি পড়ে যায় ওই জন্য লাগাচ্ছে। এখন this faith that I have to support God, I have to help God, I have to serve God, and this is the devotion and the ritual. And through this, what we develop is faith and love. These two things. Through ritual, faith and love, these are the two things. Thakur bollen, the moment you have the faith, you get everything. And out of faith comes the love. Jodi bishwas na hoy, bhalobasa asbe na to. And the moment you start loving God, তখন কি হয়? একটা ভালোবাসার এমন একটা জিনিস থাকে, তখন you do not find fault. মা তার সন্তানের দোষটা দেখতে পায় না। কখন? And the mother, she is correcting, rectifying, but not like the neighbors. They will be criticizing the boy, the child, finding fault with the child, but the mother never. Mother only see some defects, some shortfalls, and I have to help the child to grow perfectly. That's all. Not criticizing. আমরা যখন অন্য লোকে criticize করি, কি করে করি? তাকে ভালোবাসি না। যদি ভালোবাসতাম ওকে criticize করতে পারতাম না। This is very important. When I am actually practicing ritual, why? Because I have faith, God is there. And then God needs my service. এমন তাকে একটু সেবা না করলে তারা দেখলেও থাকতে পারে না। সুতরাং আমি তাকে খাওয়াচ্ছি, আমি তাকে পড়াচ্ছি, আমি তাকে সাজাচ্ছি, রাত্রিবেলা একটা চাদর দিয়ে তাকে ঢেকে দিয়ে যাচ্ছি, এসব করছি টচ্ছি। কেন না ওই ভালোবাসা। ওকে, আর ভালোবাসা কোথা থেকে আসে? ভালোবাসার ডিফেক্ট থাকে না। মা শারদামণি দেবী বললেন, if you want peace, don't find fault with others. So when I am not finding fault with others, that's a negative. What is positive? Love.